So what was your big year that inspired where you are today?
Yeah. So it was probably 3 days after my dad told me not to come back. And I remember flew to New York. I took this bus up to, it was in Western Massachusetts was my camp. And there was a lot of camp counselors on the bus that got off at every other camp. And I was like the lonely one sitting on at the end. No one was there to pick me up. Okay, these are the things you just got. And I was sitting on the side of like the road. And eventually after 10 minutes, someone came, they were like, "Are you Ryan Brown from Scotland?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." Phew. And I got there, and the first person I met was Australian, and then the next person who was actually best man at my wedding. Years later, after that, I met all these people from Israel, South Africans, and that was like the moment I was like, "Wow, this is Ryan changed from the Scottish boy from the seaside town in northeast Scotland." And just to bring it back to my family a little bit, I called my mom when I got to New York. And then she didn't know I got to camp. She didn't know where I was. And 5 days later, she called camp. Unbeknownst to me, I found this out years later and said, "Hi, I'm just calling to make sure my son has made it to camp. His name's Ryan Brown." And they were like, "Ryan? Of course, Ryan's here. We know him." And my mom didn't tell me this for years because she didn't want to be the mom that calls, but I just totally forgot because I was so immersed in this like new lifestyle that I'd been opened up to. And there was no cell service back then, too, to my defense. But
That's brilliant, though. I love
that was
that.
the turnaround for sure.
That's amazing.